And to one of our top stories tonight, Iran says indirect talks between its officials and the United States have ended in Oman amid weeks of rising tensions and fears of a possible military confrontation. Iran's foreign ministry, Abbas Araghchi, confirmed that the talks have concluded, but said discussions are expected to continue. He said that the future of the negotiations will depend on consultations taking place in several capitals. Shortly after the talks ended, the United States announced new sanctions targeting individuals, companies and vessels allegedly linked to Iran's oil trade. Alexander von Rugen is a global policy analyst. He joins me now for the indirect talks in Oman. Thank you very much for being here. What are the key factors that led to the decision to hold these indirect talks between the U.S. and Iran in Oman?
The internal situation in Iran is very volatile right now. It's speculated over 30,000 protesters, peaceful protesters, have been killed under the orders, direct orders to the Ayatollah. America basically gave them an ultimatum: if you're going to kill innocent protesters, we will come in and deal with you. And that was a direct threat from Trump. The allies of, and of course, there's been accumulation of military strength around in the Gulf now. There's an aircraft carrier there, destroyers. They're getting ready, and it's a duplicate of what happened in June in the 12-day war. Those forces are ready, and indications are this time they'll come in more aggressively. So of course, the Khamenei is a very proud and stubborn man. He's got to show strength. He's got a problem internally with his own people. We've got Reza Pahlavi, the son of the former Shah, inciting protesters to carry on. They're pushing for a regime change, which ideally would be the perfect scenario here if the Iranians were to take out the Ayatollah. Trump has a dilemma. He can't replicate what they did in Venezuela. He can't go in and capture the Khamenei. That would be tactically wrong. He can't kill him. That would make him a martyr. The best solution would be internal regime change, Iranian to Iranian.
All right. How does Iran's insistence on limiting discussions to its nuclear program affect the U.S. demands to address issues like ballistic missiles and support for regional proxies?
Well, it literally canceled the meeting. Mark Rubio said, look, if we're not here to talk about everything, especially, financing of proxies, Houthis, Hezbollah, Hamas, and deal with the killing of your own protesters and the ballistic missile limitations, why are we getting together? Well, that was retabled, and to give Iran the posture of control of the narrative, we're going to keep it to nuclear discussions. And then the allies of the states, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Oman, originally the discussions were going to be held in Turkey, and they moved them to Oman, which is a more neutral location, being in very close proximity to Iran. So that's how we got here. That doesn't mean it's not going to end up in a military conflict, but I think America is using diplomacy, and they're catering to Persian culture, which is a longer, prolonged negotiation. It's strategic patience in Persian culture.
All right, Alexander, as always, thank you for speaking with us.
My pleasure as always.